Joumanna, what came out of the talks? Was anything decided?
Yeah, well, a lot of things were decided, and this was quite an important meeting. The first time President Erdogan actually goes to the White House in 6 years. So a lot was at stake for the Turkish president. And it was always probably going to be a meeting that was centered around transactions. This morning, we got some headlines coming through from Turkish Airlines, the national carriers, saying that they will be buying 50 787 Boeing Dreamliners with a commitment to buy another 25 more, according to a filing release. Not just there, they've also said that they're engaged in negotiations regarding the purchase of another 150 of the 737 MAX models, with a potential 50 optional orders to go on top of that. So all of this suggests that deals were inked when it comes to Boeing. And this is not uncommon with some of the meetings that Trump has conducted with leaders around the world. You saw that with Keir Starmer, with British Airways committing to buy Boeing aircraft, similar with Qatar and Qatar Airways. But also of note, the discussion around F-35, and you spoke about that in the introduction. Now, originally, Turkey were slated to be part of the F-35 Lockheed manufacturing of this key aircraft, but they were kicked out of the program once they bought the S-400 air defense system from Russia. Now, Ankara have always said that they are committed to stay, continue with the S-400s, but that they're willing to compromise on its usage. And perhaps that they were hoping was going to open up the door to be re-included back in the F-35 program once again. Yesterday, President Trump said, it depends, we may consider it, and then, quote, Erdogan is going to do something for us, without providing any more details on exactly what that meant. But he could be referring to the fact that he referred to Turkey's ongoing purchases of Russian oil. Just to remind viewers, last year, about 66% of the oil that was imported by Turkey came from Russia. About 40% of their natural gas imports came from Russia. This is a NATO member. So President Trump calling out some of the paradox of that situation there, urging Turkey to reduce their purchases of Russian oil. And in fact, Turkey also announced recently that they had signed a 20-year contract with U.S. trading house Mercuria Energy for a 20-year LNG deal, and perhaps looking to diversify sources away from Russia. So yes, a lot of deals on the table, a lot of transactions, and you could say for President Erdogan, quite a successful trip optically as he goes back home, and with everything that's happening domestically, averted what could have been, and in the case of some other leaders, quite a testy meeting with President Trump.